Hi, welcome to my presentation on my 2020 Apex Fellowship with media productions company Beagle Productions, who are based in Saskatoon, Canada. So as I mentioned, Beagle Productions is a media productions company, and I really wanted to get a feel for what that company was like. So I wanted to spend just 1 week with them in person in the summer, but due to travel restrictions, I ended up completing my internship entirely remotely. So as the media productions company, Beagle solves industry-related web design issues. They create online presence for companies, and they implement software for companies if needed. One of their goals is to carry out their clients' brand and message through a variety of media methods, such as social media, apps, websites, and again, through engineered software. Beagle has a variety of clients, from a corporate wellness program to a co-working space, a vacation rental spaces, and soon a restaurant and bar. So before I began my fellowship, I really wanted to set some goals so I could get out of this experience the most that I possibly could. For example, one of them was to develop creative social media content that attracts a specific target group. The second was to improve my content writing skills. And thirdly, to understand what I want to do in the future in the media field. Throughout my internship, my design skills improved tremendously, and the more practice and experimenting I did, the better I got. I often did multiple designs, sent them over to my supervisor, and she would come back with feedback or tweaks and really just offer a totally different perspective. So that was really helpful in trying to improve my design skills. To improve my content writing skills, I actually developed a 52-week content schedule for one of Beagle's clients. So that means I looked at a calendar and I said, okay, on this day at this time, we're going to share this message here, and this is how we're going to do it for a whole year. I do think I can still improve in this area, but I was able to learn a lot just by keeping the writing concise and still engaging. So by working with a variety of Beagle's projects and creating diverse content, I was able to further understand where I want to go in the media field. And I can credit this all to my supervisor. She really helped me develop my design skills by looking over what I had previously done and offering some new guidance. In improving my content writing skills, practice was really important. It can be tricky because every post can't get the same message across. However, we need to exemplify what that brand is, so it just needs some small minor tweaks. And to do this, I often considered what I would see as an engaging consumer and then altered the wording from there. Through this experience, I was able to work with social media every single day. I really do think it's a fantastic tool, and I was able to realize its benefits and its challenges. So on the left here is a design I made for a company Beagle owns called Sparkjoy Wellness. They provide software to small businesses who want to have health challenges for their employees. So this one on the left is when they were focusing on a week of better sleep. And so I've kind of outlined a couple of key important facts about getting rest and sleep. In terms of my vocational discernment, I did have career goals before beginning my fellowship. I always envisioned myself doing something in social media. Maybe that was managing a brand's image or just content creation. I definitely saw myself working in the media field. I just wasn't sure what that meant, whether that was on the creative side of creating that content or on the strategic side, engaging with clients. So as I have progressed through this fellowship, my career goals and vision definitely changed. I was able to learn that still social media is a great tool if it can be used correctly. It's not something I want to pursue a career in. I learned that I love creating content, but social media is so immediate and it's often, I think, one of the hardest places to get people's attention. I also struggled the most designing for social media throughout the course of my experience. The best part about this experience was being able to understand what I want to do in the future. So like I said, although I do enjoy social media, I'm not completely opposed to working with it in the future. However, I won't be pursuing anything further with that. My experience really allowed me to work on content creation, copywriting, and editing, all things I really enjoy. So because of this, I've decided to pursue a master's in creative advertising, and I believe I can use what I've learned to make compelling arguments, and I could see myself working at a company like Beagle Productions. So how is my experience impacting me now? I finished it up in July and now it's October, so how am I carrying this experience with me? So this fellowship really made me feel more confident in the media field as it helped me understand what I want to do now. Even academically, this experience allowed me to search for more media courses. It also pushed me to apply what I've learned through media in courses that have nothing to do with the discipline. From this experience, I was also able to have that added bonus on my resume that I worked successfully at a media productions company, and I can use the designs I've created as proof that I'm capable of this type of work in this field. I also really improved my communication skills, both written and verbal, which can apply to many disciplines and jobs. So here I've kind of compiled a list of what you need to know to work in the media field or to obtain an internship like myself. So I found my internship through personal connections. My supervisor's husband is a family friend of ours, so this really opened my eyes and showed me that those personal connections you have, you really shouldn't overlook because they can open and lead to great opportunities. So like I said, if you're interested in a similar type of internship or something in the media field, I would recommend understanding that you have a strong suit. So there are a variety of jobs in the media field. There's copywriting, graphic designing, and it's up to you to understand what is your strong suit and what you're good at and apply to the job that fits best with your skills. I also think being a good writer is one of the most important elements. Through my experience, I was constantly editing text and just making everything more concise. Thirdly, do your research. So just because you use social media every day does not mean you understand how to use social media. It's vital to take the time to do the research and understand what your competitors are doing and what interests your target group. Fourth, be flexible. So countless times throughout my experience, something would come up that needs to be attended to immediately. So it's really important to expect this to happen. And lastly, going remote is okay. Working remotely can be especially awesome if you are able to balance your time and are a self-starter. So don't let these remote internships scare you off. They can be just as valuable experiences. Thank you for listening to just a little insight of my summer experience. I'd be happy to discuss more specific projects I completed during my fellowship, as well as how the APEX fellowship process works and what an APEX fellowship can do for you.